Hello students, this is Activity 66, Atmosphere and Climate. Our learning targets today: the atmosphere is a mixture of nitrogen, oxygen, and trace gases that include water vapor. The atmosphere has different properties at different elevations and is divided into several layers. And factors that influence climate including the heating and cooling of air, land and water, ocean currents, latitude, elevations, landforms, and global wind currents. You learned from the Activity 64 that the air is made up of several different gases. So this is kind of a leading into some more information about the atmosphere and climate. Think to yourself, what are some factors that influence the Earth's climates? Let's read the introduction challenge together, and then I'm going to tell you what you're going to do with this reading. Most of the Earth's weather occurs in the troposphere. In Activity 58, the causes of climate, you learn that the ocean has currents and move warm and cold water from one place to another. The troposphere has currents as well. Air currents move air from one place to another. So we're trying to find out what role does the atmosphere play in weather and climate. During this section, you're going to use the reading strategy called Listen, Stop, and Write to help you understand the text. I'm not there today, so I am going to record myself reading, or you can simply read through it. But I'm going to indicate to you where you need to stop and record your thoughts. The first section is called Earth's atmosphere. The atmosphere is a layer of gases that surrounds the Earth. The main gases are nitrogen, 78%, and oxygen, 21%, with the remaining 1% made up of other gases including carbon dioxide, water vapor, and argon. Atmospheric scientists divide the atmosphere into 5 layers based on temperature differences. Compared to the radius of the Earth, the atmosphere is very thin layer. So take a look at those layers below and study this chart. Right now, I'd like you to stop, and I want you to write down 2 or 3 things that you remember from this section. Atmosphere and weather. Weather occurs in the troposphere. Air in the troposphere is heated from the ground up. The surface of the Earth absorbs the sun's energy and heats up. The heated Earth then heats up the air above it. Since some parts of the Earth's surface heat up faster than others, this causes differences in air temperature and pressure, resulting in wind. Wind is the horizontal movement of air. Air moves from areas of high pressure to areas of low pressure and can result in winds of different speeds. When there is very little or no difference between pressure in 2 neighboring regions, the air is calm and there is no wind. When there is a lot of difference in air pressure between 2 neighboring regions, strong winds can blow leaves off trees and push clouds across the sky. The fastest wind speed recorded to date is 513 kilometers per hour during a 1999 tornado in Oklahoma. In general, wind speeds tend to be higher in the daytime when there are greater differences in air temperature and pressure. Heat is spread through the troposphere because air is slightly unstable. Unstable air can cause the moisture in the atmosphere to condense and clouds to form. On average, clouds cover 40 to 50% of the Earth at any given time. Clouds and storms form when pockets of air rise and cool. They are carried through the atmosphere by wind. The more unstable the atmosphere is, the more likely you are to see clouds and more severe weather, such as storms. Please stop the recording and record 2 or 3 things that you learned in this section. Atmosphere and climate. The way the Earth's atmosphere interacts with the sun's energy and the oceans helps determine the Earth's average temperatures and its different climate zones. Air heat at the equator eventually moves north or south to other climates. Some of the sun's energy reflects off the Earth's surface and will be lost to space if there were no atmosphere. By trapping some of the sun's energy, the atmosphere helps maintain the different climates on Earth. The constant movement of air in the Earth's atmosphere also ensures a steady environment for living organisms. Almost all living organisms require gases found in the atmosphere for survival. The interaction between living organisms and the environment means that the Earth's atmosphere supports life and that living organisms continue to produce gases that become part of the atmosphere. For the last section, please stop this recording and record 2 or 3 things that you learned. Please go ahead and answer the analysis questions. Follow the module to find out which ones will need to be completed and which ones will be graded. Thanks.